Hey folks, welcome to Planning Traffic. Today's episode is taking place in none other than one of the great public parks in the city of Atlanta, the one and only Oakland Cemetery. And so this episode, maybe a couple bits of history in it, and wow, already seeing some major eye-catching stones. Some bits of history. More importantly, I think what I'm going to be trying to do here is it's more a visual thing. So I might find some of my music laying in here with all this beauty around. Can't believe I already saw something like this. This is epic. Yeah, so public park, much like Laurel Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia. This has got access for everybody, and one of the things you're going to need if people are going to use your facility, your establishment, the cemetery, is a drinking fountain, and that is epic. And I'm not going to say Laurel Hill doesn't have one, because I don't remember seeing one, but that is the coolest thing. So let's get a picture of this. Let's do that. So yeah, a water fountain, and it's operating. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. I love where, you have this, irrigation off the side of the road. Gotta love that. And then this stone right here was one of the first ones that caught my eye just right away. I like, one of the things about Laurel Hill, and certainly one of the things about Oakland Cemetery, is they are going to have tree life on all kinds of levels. And look at this stone right here. Are you kidding me? It says 1921, and that might be time for our first historical fact about Oakland Cemetery. So originally, Oakland Cemetery was 6 acres, a 6-acre parcel of land. And that was established in 1850, so there's definitely going to be 19th century stones here. And something that really jumped off the page when I was researching the cemetery, and this is the second or third time I've been in here. The last time I was here was probably about 12, I figure about 12 years back. So I'm going to try to find some of the things that I remember from that trip. But I don't think I remembered initially reading that the 6 acres of this land is some of the oldest land remaining of original Atlanta, because the rest of it was burnt down. During the Civil War, 1864. So I'm actually in the section of Atlanta Cemetery. I think it's divided up into 5 sections. There's a black section. There's a Potter's Field. Potter's Field being where just bodies were buried who could not afford burials and whatnot. But this area here is not only, you know, as that sign was stating, not only was there segregation while you were alive, there was segregation as you died. So this area here is basically the people here are black who were buried here. And I pulled off right away because of this, just this visual right here. So the original, you know, as I was saying, the original parcel of land was 6 acres, and then between 1857 and 1867, the city of Atlanta purchased another 42 acres to take it to a total of 48 acres, and that was because of the amount of bodies that were going to need to be buried during the Civil War. Okay, so when it moved to 48 acres, which it currently stands at. I believe it currently stands at 48 acres. So the lady at the visitor center was super helpful, and this will probably be the second time I bought a map to Oakland Cemetery. But here's a nice viewpoint. I'm actually right below the bell tower. Take a peek at this. Feature every visit a couple stones. I do want to document the one stone because that was the first one that I traveled to 12 years ago. I'm going to stop there real quick. But then just added this one right here. Let's see. Just another spot that one wheel has gotten me to. Yeah, you could walk to a lot of things, but let's face it, that's one wheel is everything for me. And right here, that's Margaret Mitchell's stone. Pulitzer Prize winning author of the one and the only Gone with the Wind. And of course that's been translated in over 40 languages and is known as the highest grossing film of all time. I'm sure we've heard plenty of that, of all the details about Gone with the Wind. This is where her final resting place is right here in Oakland Cemetery. And then people leaving things on top. Interesting. I love how often, as I make my way around Oakland Cemetery, how many of these brick walkways actually have a name. Like a lot of them do. Here's one here. There's one here as well. And this one's going to lead up to the following grave. So I would say I'm definitely a fan of golf. I was a much bigger fan of golf. But this was the first grave that I visited back 12 years ago. Bobby Jones. And I think one of the things I like most about the golf is the landscaping too. I like the game a lot, but I love the outdoors of it all. And having followed it and having followed Tiger's run and how intense and freaking amazing that was, Bobby Jones had the actual real Grand Slam of having won all 4 major tournaments in 1930. The gentleman was in the Army. He served during World War II. And this plot here is not only Bobby Jones and his wife and 3 children. And the one stone is actually fairly new, from 2020. I can find a picture of when I was here 12 years ago, and you got some that are heavy rough. But yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good collection of golf balls. Let's see. This is one of the tricky parts of being on brick. Come on, one wheel. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. Whoa, my God. Know when to run. You have to hide your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I think that's the words to the song The Gambler. I did not look that up. That's there in my brain because my mother, who introduced me to a lot of good old country music, I guess you would call it, since they have names for that stuff too. This gentleman was one of her all-time favorites. And I think I probably have that record sitting around, but ladies and gentlemen, here is this. We're going to end today's episode here at Oakland Cemetery, and I will be back very soon with a look at Kenny Rogers' resting place here in Oakland Cemetery. Look at this. Look at that. And I believe he was buried in 2020 here, which would be one of the more recent burials. And that's it. He wasn't just a gambler. He was, did he sing Lady? No, I gotta look. It's not a good time to be pathetic about music history. I think he did a duet with Dolly Parton. He had a lot of freaking cool songs. The Gambler was the one for me. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm going to shut this down right here because I'm going to be picking it up and really canvassing Oakland Cemetery because it's really the equivalent, definitely the equivalent in Atlanta of Laurel Hill Cemetery from Philly. And Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and this map, I know this will be the second time I bought the map, which is fine. Did I know I was going to be living here in 12 years after my last visit? No, not at all. There's all kinds of history, whether it's with this wall that was built right here. We're going to revisit a lot of it. We're going to check into a lot of it. My channel's going to, and I'll be back. It's so peaceful and beautiful in here. And that's going to do it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow, and I will see you at the next episode. See ya.